back to our channel. We miss y'all, and we hope that y'all have missed us. Thank you for coming back. It is Tigro, Tracy, Adrian, Denise, and we are
Wife Life Tribe.
doing life.
Wives and friends, and apparently with husbands involved.
Well, I will say we've had some big things happen since we've been gone.
Yeah. I am officially a wife.
Yeah, she's a bride.
Hey.
Almost 30 days. Tomorrow.
Oh my.
Today.
Yes,
Oh.
today makes a mark. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So that was the start of our hiatus, I will say.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, but we are so excited to be back. We have a few topics to talk about today. I know there was a text message about an open face casket. Are we really talking about this casket with the glass top? Are we?
All I wanted to say was, when I saw this image of this family looking down into this glass area, it almost killed me. I was like, there's no way. I mean, yeah. I was like, the baby over here waving, and I can't.
Okay, you're gonna have to resend that TikTok if that was a TikTok or Instagram, because I did not.
It was like some kind of a little moment of, and it had a question. No, it didn't even have a question. There were no words. And it was like little thing at the bottom said, would you have an open glass casket? And so it's basically underground, but it has this glass clear thing, like a Snow White glass, and you could look down into there like if you were in a museum.
Now, glass caskets are not a new thing. If you think about not Emmett Till, if you think about, I want to say, this could be wrong. I'm thinking Billie Holiday, but that might not be right. But there are several famous people who had the glass casket.
But did they eventually,
like you're saying, like their final resting place, kind of like
it's not all the way 6 feet. It looks like it's lower enough, but it doesn't cover with dirt. It gives you a vision, a view of it from all the way up, and then it's like, here's the dirt, and then it's like a little glass capsule over it. And
So
that's what I see, and that's what I'm saying. That's what
that
I'm
part.
saying.
That's creepy. That's thriller-ish. I'm scared already.
Yeah, and so the little baby, there was like a little kid. He was doing this. I guess it was a most recent passing, and I was like, "There's no way I can't even do it. I got people who can't even go to the place in the first place." So,
yeah, you don't have to.
If you are a part of the family, would you prefer your goings to be with a viewing top?
Well, I can answer for me now, and the answer is no. Close it or cremate. I haven't decided which one yet. I need to start making some decisions.
And I guess for me, no, the answer would be definitely no. But the first thing I think of, even when they do the embalming and all that, you still don't look the same. So I don't want my family to have, for me, I don't even like to go to funerals myself, to look at a body, to have that as the last image I see in my head. So to have an open face casket so people can just come by and look, that's kind of, for me, I would be disturbed. And I would never be able to get that image. So over time,
I'm just saying, trying to see what my sister was about today.
Yeah, no.
What'd you say, dude?
I was just trying to see what you guys was on today, because I personally was wondering, what is the world on when I saw this? Because there was a couple of them out there, and people was just waving their little heart out, and I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I don't see Adrian in the back.
Look, he's trying to.
I'm all jealous.
Pass one over here.
was not planning on drinking, but he brings me.
That's so sweet.
Is it? Is it really?
It is sweet. Latoya?
So I started to say Emmett Till and I stopped, but he was one of the ones. I gotta find it's somebody else though, more recent. But yeah, me personally, my family won't, I know they won't adhere to this. But I actually like the idea of being planted as a tree. But yeah, I know they won't do that. So I don't think though I would want a glass face casket. More so for them, I guess. I don't know. You'll see me, at the viewing or whatever, and then y'all, I guess, close me up and put me on the ground if y'all not gonna, get me to where I can be planted as a tree. That's what I would like.
Okay,
Okay, so T, for me, just to educate, can you explain what you mean by that?
I cannot. I'm not 100% sure of the process. I believe you have to be cremated, but that could not be right.
That's what I was thinking.
But I know you can, I do 100% know that is a choice that you can choose to be planted as a tree. Or planted.
I like that. But I could see that if you're cremated and you plant a tree and maybe put the ashes.
I actually think you put the ashes down in the root.
Yeah, in the roots. Yeah.
So as you like before you set the tree, you put the person. I don't know if you become a part of the tree, but it is a way to be returned to the earth. That's going to happen.
They call it pot. I don't know. Don't get me to lying, but I know it's a thing, but I haven't done extensive research because I don't think they would honor it anyway, because, our people can be very traditional. And they are not, a lot of our community are not even very comfortable with cremation for whatever reason.
Or talking about death at all.
Yes. That's true. I would agree with the talking about death, but can you not write it in a will, your last will and testament? And they have to do it like that?
Yeah.
No, you can suggest it, but I don't think it's a have to.
Once
you're done.
But I don't see anything wrong with that though. Even with what has recently happened in our family, we planted butterfly bushes as in memory of, we planted 2, and I was telling Kenny, some ideas we had, and that was one thing I thought, because we had talked about we were supposed to get small little urns, and that was something that crossed my mind, to take some and put it around. So I don't see that as being far-fetched or something, well, just me, but I like that idea though.
So then if I leave before you, I want you to fight it, okay?
We got you.
I don't know how much pool we'll have.
He has said.
We gotta, it's recorded here. This is a living document. Okay?
All right.
But I don't even know. I would assume it's probably more expensive. Because it's just not a popular or traditional way. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And I think it, why take my old bones and flesh and take up space under the ground? Just, make me a tree so I can live forever.
But even, I don't think it's even far-fetched, because they plant trees in memory of.
Yeah, but not with
memory.
Not with your ashes.
As memory,
But it's a conversation to have with your family now.
You're right. I like the what you said about the butterfly bushes for several reasons, because in the 3rd grade, that is a topic that we do, and you learn how important that is, because butterflies, like bees, are endangered. So that's cool for that reason. But also, just recently, I actually just did, and this is my first time hearing it, but here at the Botanical Gardens, you can give a donation. You give a $40 donation in memory of someone, and they release a butterfly in their memory. So that, it made me think of that. I actually just did it for one of our good friends lost her aunt, which was like her second mom. She helped raise her. They're a very small family and very close. And I stumbled across it because I saw it on Facebook from somebody else locally. But coincidentally, she really loves butterflies and their meaning. So I did it. And then in reading it, I found out that releasing butterflies, you know, it has something to do with, of course, like new beginnings and afterlife and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. So the fact that y'all did the butterfly bushes, I really like that.
Yeah, I wanted to actually release butterflies on her birthday, but didn't take the time to do the research to find out how to get the butterflies and do all of that. So that's something I'm gonna try to do next year. But we were like, okay, since she has a couple of pictures where she's looking at butterflies, we planted the bushes. I was like, she would like that. So think about my baby.
So sweet.
Depending on how detailed you want to go with it. I didn't do it this year, but the last few years, I know younger classrooms do it more so than, you know, the older ones, but I was still doing it in third grade. But you can order like the caterpillars from Amazon, and it come with the little little bag and leaves and stuff. And if you do that a couple weeks leading up to her birthday, release those.
Okay. And maybe I could get the children to put it in the classroom and then do something. Even if we release them at school, we can still do something.
Yeah, or just
like that. But I like that.
Family.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, I think in our community, talking about death is something we don't do, that we need to do because it's inevitable. And a lot of times we know family members are left with having to do that and the financial burden that comes along with it, unfortunately. So it's definitely a conversation we need to have. Yeah, for sure.
I say we need to come back to this and have a real discussion about how to handle your loved ones situations anyway, because nobody ever has those conversations, and when it happens, it's always somebody did something wrong or did something dirty and didn't follow the something or something like that. So just to make sure that everybody got their stuff in order.
Yeah, I like that, Denise. I definitely like that. And I have a friend that maybe we can invite as a guest. She wrote a book. Her husband passed away a couple of years ago, and she wrote a book. I think it's called Get Your Affairs in Order. I think I've told y'all about this, and it's just about things you don't think about to prepare bank accounts and different things, like just different things, because when your loved one passed away, a lot of times you don't have access to that stuff, and it takes a lot to gain access to it. So yeah.
It's a good idea.
Like it.
Now, I don't know about a final resting place as far as the glass covering, like not just the casket that goes under the ground and covered in the dirt, because my thinking is if the glass tops remain visible and the remains remain visible after years of, you know, there's science is real. You know, I'll just say that. So, you know, you come back in another 10 years or so, what is that going to do to your mental psyche? Like,
for your loved one. It's not like you're going to the museum and you're looking at the mummies.
Right. I was about to say that. I would have to be mummified in order to.
This is your actual loved one that you have your own memory. So that's why I was like, I can't believe.
Yeah, I can't even, because I'm thinking about my own family members. Like first of all, I am not big on visiting gravesides anyway, period, at all. I only do it to respect my father, because I know that would be his wish that I go and visit his grave. I talk to my dad from right here all the time. I believe in connecting with my ancestors, you know. So I do that on a regular basis. I go to the graveside because I know that that's what he wanted. So if his glass was open, I wouldn't set foot in that yard, in that side. Y'all, I'm sorry. I had it pulled up on my second monitor. I was gonna show it, and then I said, everybody go look it up for yourself because I can't. And then I had to turn to the tree. So now I have trees up here. I can't. I cannot. I cannot.
Yeah. Oh no, I understand.
Yeah, so we I have always been fearful of talking about death. I in the past have been fearful of talking about death. But my son's father, he like forced me to talk about it. He was like, listen, we have got to talk about this because we have a child and we are not together. So we have to make sure that our affairs are in order for him, if nothing else. And his mom had just passed. And not to say that her affairs weren't in order. I don't know anything about what the finances and what the plan was and things. But I can say that having that conversation lifted a burden off. Now it's time for us to revisit now that the kids are getting older. And Bryson will be 15 this year. In a couple years, he'll be 18, and things change. So his like funds can't go to certain kids when they're certain ages. It goes straight into a trust. You don't want that for your children when you pass away. You want it to go to somebody who can help take care of them, not that the life insurance policy goes into a trust 100% because they're a minor. I did not know those things until sitting down to have those conversations with him. So it is very important that you have those conversations, even though it's an uncomfortable thing. And as moms and wives, those are things that we have to make sure are taken care of. I have insurance now. I suck because I have not done my will, which I'm going to do this summer. Like, that's my goal. I was supposed to do it 2 months ago and something happened and I didn't get around to it, but I purchased that. It's kind of like Legal Shield, where they'll do the will for you. So I'm going to get that done this summer before it's time for me to go back to school. So y'all hold me to it.
Yeah, well, I
Well,
do not have a will either. So maybe that's something that's a homework assignment that we can collectively do together.
Yeah.
Kind of as like a little friendship challenge or something.
Yeah, I like that.
Because we, of course, like I've made sure that Rob knows, he's one of my beneficiaries. That is Jaden, and I know who's his and, where the different
policies,
like I got one with work, of course, but I also have one outside of work. So we know that, and I don't know, like you said, your son's dad actually helped you. What I've experienced is that a lot of the men that I know are even less comfortable with having the discussion. And so it's not something that we have talked about in detail. So I definitely need to do a will too. We need to do a will. And so that can be, us encouraging each other to do it together or, give ourselves the same time.
Yeah, and we need to encourage the other girls too, because as y'all know, this is only a small portion of the group that we hang with. So we probably need to put it out to the entire group, not just us, to make sure everybody is taken care of and everybody's kids taken care of, because we love them like they're our own, So we would hate for anything to happen to where we have to kill somebody or, anything.
I don't want to have to show up to y'all kin folks' houses and act a fool. Because my friend wouldn't want that.
Let it be known.
I talked to her way more than you ever did.
I'm showing up with a tree. Here go the tree right here. Now you ain't got no excuse.
What happened? We had a copy of it. Y'all know y'all got a copy? We got a copy.
Y'all know that's my nickname, right?
Tree.
Oh.
Good Lord.
Woo. All right, ladies. I think we have been a little bit morbid. So let's bring this thing up.
Sorry, guys.
Thanks for the amazing topic. No, it turned out being a very good thing for us to talk about. I actually thought it was a joke when you texted it, but I feel like it was good.
I need to go back and look at the TikTok or whatever.
What's happening?
My eyeballs was like this when I was looking at it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
But you know what? interested to hear what our listeners or viewers have to say about it. So if you've taken some steps, use a particular company, because attorneys can be expensive.
All right, ladies. Thank you, queens and kings, for listening to another great episode. And please remember to subscribe. Also, please share our podcast with your wife life tribe.
All right, guys, we'll see y'all on the next episode.
Peace out.